Picture this, it's the early 1900s, and butter and lard are on the decline. But something new is creeping into our diets, something we've never seen before. It's a vegetable oil, and it's being used in everything from our cooking oil to our processed foods. This oil is called soybean oil, and it's high in something called omega-6. As time goes on, we start to consume more and more of it. Fast forward to today, and we're consuming twice as much of this omega-6 oil as we used to. But what does this mean for our health? Recent studies have revealed a disturbing trend. As we consume more omega-6, our levels of a specific type of fat in our body, called linoleic acid, are also increasing. And this increase in linoleic acid is linked to a rise in obesity, diabetes, and asthma. But that's not all. Studies have also shown a link between high levels of linoleic acid and heart disease. But how can that be? We've always been told that we need to eat more vegetable oils for our health. Well, it turns out that these omega-6 oils can actually compete with another type of fat, called omega-3, for metabolism in our body. And when we consume too much omega-6, it can actually reduce the levels of omega-3 in our body. But wait, there's more. Studies have also shown that when LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, becomes oxidized, it can lead to the formation of plaque in our arteries and increase our risk of heart disease. And guess what? The same vegetable oils high in omega-6, like soybean oil, can actually increase the oxidation of LDL cholesterol. It's a sobering thought that something as common as the oil in our cooking and processed foods could be contributing to some of our worst health problems. But wait, there's one more piece to this puzzle. For years, we've been told that cholesterol is the enemy, that it's the cause of heart disease. But what if we've been looking at the wrong thing all along? You see, when cholesterol becomes oxidized, it can contribute to the formation of plaque in our arteries. But not all cholesterol is created equal. Cholesterol bound to saturated fat, like the kind found in butter and lard, is less likely to oxidize. But cholesterol bound to linoleic acid, like the kind found in vegetable oils, is much more susceptible to oxidation. Studies have shown that as the levels of oxidized linoleic acid in our body increase, so does the severity of heart disease. In fact, healthy regions of the aorta have been found to have less oxidized linoleic acid compared to areas affected by heart disease. And it's not just cholesterol, studies have also found increased levels of other markers of lipid peroxidation, like malondialdehyde, in patients with heart disease. The evidence is clear: linoleic acid, the same omega-6 oil found in soybean oil and other vegetable oils, can increase the oxidation of cholesterol and contribute to the formation of plaque in our arteries. And as a result, it can increase our risk of heart disease. But don't just take our word for it, let's look at some clinical studies. One such study, called the margarine study, looked at the effects of two different types of margarine on heart health. One margarine was high in a type of omega-3 called alpha-linolenic acid, while the other was high in the omega-6 linoleic acid. The study lasted for 2 years and involved 103 moderately hypercholesterolemic men and women. The results were striking. The group consuming the margarine high in alpha-linolenic acid had a lower inflammation marker and a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, while the group consuming the margarine high in linoleic acid had an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. In fact, the group consuming the linoleic acid margarine had 7 cardiovascular events, while the group consuming the alpha-linolenic acid margarine had only 1. Other studies have also found similar results. For example, a study by Mozafarian found that postmenopausal women consuming a diet high in polyunsaturated fats, like linoleic acid, had worse heart health outcomes, while those consuming a diet high in saturated fats had better outcomes. And other studies have shown that replacing saturated fats with linoleic acid can lead to an increase in overall mortality, cardiovascular mortality, and heart disease. It's clear that the evidence is pointing to the fact that linoleic acid, found in vegetable oils, may be increasing our risk of heart disease. While more research is needed, it's definitely worth considering the impact of linoleic acid on our heart health when making dietary choices. It's important to remember that not all fats are created equal and that different types of fats can have different effects on our health. So, while it's important to consume a healthy balance of different types of fats, it's also important to be mindful of how much linoleic acid we're consuming and to consider swapping out vegetable oils for other types of fats that may be more beneficial for heart health. In conclusion, the overwhelming evidence suggests that the Western world's increasing consumption of linoleic acid, primarily in the form of vegetable oils, is a major contributing factor to the development of heart disease. This harmful omega-6 polyunsaturated fat leads to oxidative stress, the formation of dangerous oxidized LDL, chronic inflammation, and the hardening and narrowing of the arteries. By reducing our intake of linoleic acid, primarily from industrial vegetable and seed oils, we can lower our risk of heart disease and improve our overall health. So, next time you're reaching for that bottle of vegetable oil, remember the potential harm it may be causing to your heart and consider choosing a healthier option. If you enjoyed this video, you'll be sure to enjoy this one. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get notified when I release a new video. Be sure to check out some of the recipes on my channel as well.